So there's this book by Tim Gallwey, The Inner Game of Tennis. This book is basically integrating modern psychotherapies in sport tennis. In this book you can see key elements of metacognitive theory and emotional dynamic theory, which state that the enemy that is causing mental disorders in first approach is called CAS. In my language it's CAS. CAS, Cognitive Attention Syndrome, meaning that your attention is in a very defensive, self-protective mode. This is why you're aroused, more prone to negative emotional specter and recognizing negative emotional cues. Then your attention is not focused on those things that are important, but it's narrowed, and then it's constantly, we call it permanence, reoccurrence, is always coming back to these thoughts that are worrying us and so on. In this book he will say we don't trust our unconscious mind and our computer, even though our brain can calculate 100 billion calculations per second. We just don't trust our brain. So their conscious process are meddling into natural process of thought regulation. In the other model, experiential dynamic models, there is what is called DAS, D-A-S, dysregulated affective states. It goes in similar context, but this is lack of confidence in our natural process of regulating emotions. Both of these approaches are in a way similar, because we should not regulate our emotions. We just have to step aside from natural process of emotional regulation and have more trust in our body, mind, unconsciousness, cognitive processing, emotional processing, and just let go, let them work. So this is in a way what's important. So the enemy is called DAS, DAS or CAS, or trap, trigger avoidance pattern in behavior activation, or fear in acceptance commitment therapy. But it's practically always the same. You start observing and letting go of this natural processing and not interfering with your processes. So this is what's important, and this is why we practice mindfulness in practically every modern approach. Being mindful and more observing, less meddling. Okay?